sun behind his back, barefoot on the ashes of a long forgotten track. His eyes were like the embers of a fire never done, and every step he took said, you can't outrun what's come. The rattlesnakes went silent, even shadows held their breath, as the dust began to tremble at the name they called death. The reaper rode barefoot, kicking up the dirt like a ghost in pursuit. If the night wants truth, I'll give it the root, but I won't bow down when the reaper rides barefoot. His cloak was torn to ribbons by 1,000 stormy nights, but still he strode in silence with a strength that chilled the lights. The wind curled round his footsteps like a hymn the dead compose, and every breath I took felt like the desert wouldn't close. The canyon's voice grew hollow, the ground began to groan, but I stood tall against him. I won't die on bended bone. The reaper rode barefoot, kicking up the dirt like a ghost in pursuit. If the night wants truth, I'll give it the root, but I won't bow down when the reaper rides barefoot. Raise the lantern higher, let it shine across the sand. If destiny's a grave, I'll carve a new one with my hand. He reached for me in silence with a coldness meant to claim, but my heartbeat struck like thunder, and it sparked a desert flame. But I stood unbroken in the dust and soot. If the darkness calls me, I'll cut its pursuit. No, I won't bow down when the reaper rides barefoot. When the night grows quiet and the long wind loops, I'll still be walking past the reaper's barefoot boots. Dust storms rise behind me as I ride the canyon spine. A rumble in the distance feels like fate is on a line. The moon glows like a lantern, burning secrets through the sky, and every hoofbeat echo says the night won't let me hide. The shadows twist like serpents crawling up the desert dunes, but I grit my teeth and push on as the wind begins to croon. Dust trails and shadow hooves, thunder in the distance where the darkness moves. If the night wants blood, I won't approve. I'll run wild through trails and shadows. A ghost that's learned to sing. The black horizon trembles as the desert starts to sting. My reins pull tight with fire while the wind carves out its mark. And every step I'm taking shakes the backbone of the dark. The canyon starts to whisper with a voice that cuts like steel. But I ride into the cadence 'cause I know what's real. Dust trails and shadow hooves, thunder in the distance where the darkness moves. If the night wants blood, I wanna prove I'll run wild through dust trails and shadow hooves. Back stronger. Let the darkness make its move. Trails and shadow hooves, but I break their chase with the path I choose. If the reaper's riding, he's bound to lose. I'll burn straight through dust trails and shadow hooves. When the long road quiets and the cold wind proves, I'll still be riding past dust trails and shadow hooves. He walked out of the twilight with a grin that froze the land. Barefoot on the dirt road with a scythe held in his hand. No saddle reins or stallion, just the echo of the breeze. And every step he took sent a shiver through the trees. The desert went to silence, even thunder held his breath. 'Cause no beast ever carried the heavy weight of death. Death don't need no horse. He walks on the wind with a cold dark force. You can run all night, but he'll stay the course. Yeah, death don't need no horse. His shadow stretched forever in the glow of dying light. A figure carved of nightmares and the bones of every night. I felt the world grow smaller as he drifted closer still. Like the dusk itself had chosen him to test my stubborn will. The ground began to tremble, but I stood my line of sand. 'Cause I ain't giving up to a ghost with cold command. Death don't need no is on his heels, then it's time to make it clear. He reached with icy fingers, tried to drag me from my source, but I slammed my boots and shouted, "You won't break me with no force." Death don't need no horse, but he won't claim me on his ruthless course. I'll stand my ground with a fireborn source. Yeah, death don't need, but he won't take me without remorse. When the long night settles and the cold wind rolls, I'll still be walking, though death don't need no horse. Footsteps in the dust trail where the sun forgot to shine. The silhouette was moving like an omen on a line. Barefoot through the canyon with a purpose carved in stone, and every mark he left behind felt heavy as a throne. The wind began to thicken and the heat refused to fade, but still he walked in silence through the ghost trails he had made. Barefoot prints in the Badlands, where the earth cries out and the wild still stands. If the night wants truth, it won't change my plans. I'll run strong through barefoot prints in the Badlands. I follow like a shadow through the red and broken stone. The desert felt alive like it had breath and blood and bone. He didn't turn to meet me, but I felt the warning burn. A whisper from the wasteland saying some roads don't return. The sky began to rumble with a storm that had no name, but I kept pressing forward. I won't lose this deadly game. Barefoot prints in the Badlands, where the earth cries out and the wild still stands. If the night wants truth, it won't change my plans. I'll run strong through barefoot prints in the Badlands. Raise the torch higher, let it blaze against the sand. If fate is walking barefoot, then I'll meet him where I stand. His trail was carved in fire, but I never broke my stride. Two spirits in the wasteland, but only one would still survive. Barefoot prints in the Badlands, but I I chased him down where the brave man stands. If the reaper calls me, I'll break his commands. I'll rise high through barefoot prints in the Badlands. Twilight with no whisper in the air, a ghost upon the desert with a cold and vacant stare. No hoofbeat shook the canyon, no dust kicked from the ground. That's when I learned the danger of a rider without a sound. The rattlesnakes went silent, even vultures held their wings, and the wind bowed down in a reverence to whatever night brings. The rider without a sound, drifting through the desert where the lost are found. If the shadows rise, I won't back down. I'll stand my ground against the rider without a sound. His outline glowed like fire in the moon's unholy light, a shape too still, too certain for a creature made of night. He halted just before me, though his face I couldn't see, and the desert seemed to whisper, he ain't here for just the breeze. My heartbeat started drumming like a war that won't relent, but I raised my chin and shouted, tell me what your silence meant. The rider without a sound, drifting through the desert where the lost are found. If the shadows rise, I won't back down. I'll stand my ground against the rider without a sound. Raise the torch higher, let the flames break through the haze. If fate is riding quiet, I'll outride its deadliest maze. He reached a hand of darkness, tried to pull me underground, but my spirit roared like thunder. I won't bow to silent crowns. The rider without a sound, but I shattered his silence with a fearless bound. If the reaper calls me, he'll leave spellbound. I won't be drowned by the rider without a sound. When the long night settles and the stars spin round, I'll still be walking past the rider without a sound. beside me in the glow of dying light. A rhythm cold as winter, crawling slow across the night. He didn't raise a warning, didn't breathe a single word, but the desert turned to silence at the presence I had heard. The canyon bowed in stillness, even shadows froze in place, 'cause every soul can recognize the chill of death's embrace. When the reaper walked beside me, the dust stood still and the night grew mighty, but I clenched my fists and walked on fire. I ain't dying when the reaper's walking beside me. His cloak was black as thunder rolling low across the plains, a whisper of forever carved in bone and carved in pain. He didn't try to claim me, didn't drag me to the ground, just paced me through the wasteland with a silence that could drown. My heartbeat started pounding like a drum against the cold, but still I matched his footsteps. I refused to lose my soul. When the reaper walked beside me, the dust stood still and the night grew mighty, but I clenched my fists and walked on fire. I ain't dying when the reaper's walking beside me. Raise the flame higher, let it break the frozen air. If fate is on my heels, then I'll make my spirit flare. He reached with silent fingers, tried to weigh down every stride, but I roared like desert thunder. This is not my final ride. When the reaper walked beside me, I faced the dark and I walked uprightly. If the night wants fear, it won't find it in me. I kept striding, though the reaper walked beside me. When the long road whispers and the cold wind bleeds, I'll keep moving, no matter who walks beside me. Prints in the dust trail where the dead winds love to roam, a crooked path of choices that could never bring me home. The horizon burns in crimson as the night begins to brew, and every step behind me screams the tracks leading nowhere good. The ground shakes like a warning I felt the shadows follow like a pack with hungry eyes, chasing down my heartbeat with the echo of my lies. But steel runs in my boot soles and the fire in my blood turns every cursed footstep from a trap into a flood. The wind whispered a warning, but I didn't knock on wood. I just tightened up my stance on tracks leading nowhere good. Tracks leading nowhere good. Tracks leading nowhere good. Through the twisted canyons where the lost one stood. If the night pulls hard, I won't be understood. I'll still push on down tracks leading nowhere good. Tracks leading nowhere good, but I carve my path like a true man would. If the reaper hunts me, I'll break his livelihood. I'll ride on strong down tracks leading nowhere good. When the long night settles over desert wood, my boots keep moving down tracks leading nowhere good. Leading nowhere good. I saw him on the Ridland as the sun began to fade, his cloak torn into ribbons by the debts the shadows paid. He stumbled through the dust clouds with a rage that lit the sky, and for the first time in forever, death looked barely alive. The wind began to tremble with a message traveling through. The world shook at the story. Death just lost his shoes. The day Death lost his shoes, the earth stood still, even hell refused. If fate wants a fight, I'll light the fuse on the day Death finally lost his shoes. Like thunder while the desert held his breath. His scythe cut through the silence like a warning straight from death. But barefoot on the hot stones, he was slower than the night, and I felt a wicked courage burning up to meet the fight. The canyon walls were whispering, carrying ancient news. Just lost his shoes. If destiny's been hunting, then tonight I make my stand. He reached with hands of darkness, tried to drag me through the bruise, but I stomped the ground and shouted, I ain't dying in your blues. That lost his shoes, I walk beside him with nothing to lose. If the shadows howl, I won't excuse. I'll stand tall on the day that lost his shoes. When the long night quiets and the stories fuse, they'll still remember I walked a mile of desert with the ashes at my back, a trail of busted memories and the wind howling black. The sky was burning silver, but my heartbeat stayed alive. 'Cause death don't scare a man who's fought too hard to survive. I felt the shadows gather, whispering like a knife, saying, boy, you can't outrun it. There's no boots in the afterlife. No boots in the afterlife, where the road falls silent and the dark cuts ripe. If the reaper calls, he better bring a fight, 'cause I ain't going easy with no boots in the afterlife. Shook behind me with a roar like buried bones. A ghost wind stirred the dust up from the graves of broken tones. But every step I planted felt like steel beneath my heel, a promise to the darkness that I won't kneel. My shadow kept on wandering, stirring up the strife, while the desert kept reminding me, no boots in the afterlife. No boots in the afterlife, where the roads fall silent and the dark cuts ripe. If the reaper calls, he better bring a fight, 'cause I ain't going easy with no boots in the afterlife. Raise the lantern higher, let it blaze across my scars. No boots in the afterlife, but I'll carve my name in the edge of night. If the shadows rise, I'll stand upright. I won't fade easy. With no boots in the afterlife, let the cold wind whisper where the dead dreams die. My footsteps echo, even without boots in the afterlife. I found the saddle swaying in the wind, noonday heat. Leather cracked and faded like a tale too dark to speak. The spurs hung on an empty frame, still jangling in the dust. A worn out sign that someone wrote and vanished in the rust. The desert whispered warnings as the hot wind scraped my skin, and the silence held a memory of where that soul had been. Spurs hung on an empty saddle, echoes ringing from a long lost battle. If the night cries out, I won't unravel. I'll ride strong past the spurs hung on an empty saddle. Led off to nowhere through a canyon scorched and wide. Boot prints burned in sandstone like a ghost refused to hide. A chill ran through my heartbeat as I stepped into the trail. Feelings in my bones said this ain't just an outlaw tale. The sky turned red with thunder as the shadows came alive, but I gripped the reins of courage. Some rider still survives. Spurs hung on an empty saddle, echoes ringing from a long lost battle. If the night cries out, I won't unravel. I'll ride strong past the spurs hung on an empty saddle. Let it light the unknown route. If fate is hiding answers, I'll drag every secret out. The wind tried to remind me of the ones who fell before, but I stomped my boots and shouted, I ain't joining them in Spurs hung on an empty saddle, but I break the curse with the path I battle. If the dark calls out, I won't be cattle. I'll ride on past those spurs hung on an empty saddle. When the long night whispers through the dead